Hello, Frida Reba Darcy and Patricia O'Connor here. I don't know if I'm framed up or not. But today is going to be a little different. I originally thought I had the weather kind of throw me a curve. I originally thought that I would bring in my Kodaheim maple forest and that we would do a little cleanup of it, and then I would start doing a little branch selection and kind of clean up the neighborhood and start to make it look like an apex again. It's been overdue for that. I've been waiting for it to turn more winter-like, but yeah, I decided against that. What I did instead was I watched the heavy winds whip my ponderosa until I was watching the root base rock back and forth on those wires. So I got tired of watching that kind of saw back and forth on itself and decided that I would throw not caution to the wind. I would take a little precautions and bring my tree in so it's on the stand until the winds behave, which aren't going to be until maybe tomorrow morning. To that end, I'd already said a couple of days ago that it was going to be nice to have my pines on the rail, but this wind is going to be a little higher than what I had already determined as acceptable levels. And it is actually doing that early. It called for that. It called for that later in the evening. So I thought that what you see me doing with my pines now would have done before dark, but no. These guys are going to be fine. But I don't know if you can see that crows checking us out. We have a lot of nice birds here. We have some crows, and I think I showed you the red-tailed hawk we had the other day, and we have a lot of ducks. And so it's a good day for ducks. It's a good day for ducks to stay low to the ground because it's quite windy. And so to that end, it just didn't seem like a good idea to leave the pines on the rail with the winds being high, even if they're coastal trees. So I put them down a level, and I probably should have also taken the Kodaheim maples in. They're going to be highly susceptible to that wind too, but I've got them backed off a little. I'm hoping it won't be as bad on them. I don't know, maybe I should bring them in, kind of kicking that around. They need to go ahead and lose all their leaves for winter, but instead they're still making these little red buds just hang out with it being too warm for them to go back. And then every time we get a warm day, they come closer to flushing out, and then they just sit there and wait for the next one. And this is in December, so anyway, maybe February, it'll my maples, my Kodaheims and my Trident maple will finally get the idea of what season this is, and I'll get a chance to do some work on them at the right time of year. Other than that, so this would also be a good time to show you that all of our power is grounded and is high and dry. Nothing is wet. Nothing is without its ground. And everything is safetied. So as far as the wind is concerned, and our rig, and our lights, and our electricity, we are good to go. But that is something to think about. If you have a lighting set up and you set it up on a fair weather day, be concerned or be cautious around it. I don't know that I would go jumping in on a rainy day and go changing anything, because that's the day you're more likely to get shocked. But it is days like today that make me thankful that my power down there is ground fault, which means I got a little green light at one side of the outlet. It also has a little trip breaker in the center of the outlet in case it will flip it off at a certain amperage point before it flips off the main breaker in the apartment. So yeah, that's just kind of what we got going. I don't have a lot going on. I just thought I would show y'all all what measures I take when I live on a 4th floor balcony, and it's not particularly raining right now. We're in between the bands of showers. When I got up this morning, it was a blue sunny day, but everything was soaking wet where it had just rained before sunrise. And these winds are pretty strong. They haven't really gusted up while I've been on video yet, but I've been watching them whip stuff around it. And that's going to be more and more of that throughout the day. So with that in mind, I brought the pines back off the rail. As much as I hated to, I took them down a level so that they won't be so much in direct wind. And I brought my ponderosa, which doesn't care about the wind on the needles or the bark as much as I just don't want that trunk working on the pot and working on its potting job and trying to work its roots loose. So I don't think I'll allow anything to go bad there, but nor do we want to. So yeah, that's it. I wish I had cooler stuff to show y'all, but this is us in fallback mode. Today is definitely a tomato bisque and a grilled cheese sandwich kind of day. And I've already been there and done that. And I thought I would bring those 18 Kodahai maples in and do a little pruning and a little cleanup, but I still see they've covered in buds because it doesn't know it's December. It's too early to do that, but I did clean it up some. And that's all. I'm not going to force the issue. We're okay. We're good to go with everything, so we might as well just kind of hunker down and enjoy this weather. It's kind of hot cocoa kind of weather now. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and we will do our next drop on Friday. I think our weather is supposed to be back to pretty and warm by then. If not, I'll probably drag in a tree and do some wiring. There's some wiring that can be done on my cork bark oak, or maybe I will drag in sweet potato and see what can be done with that. But Frida and I so appreciate you, and I hope you're staying warm and dry where you are. And thank you so much for watching.